Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Carolyn and today's pun of the day is what did the Honda major in college? Civics. Hey guys, so that's going to be a new thing. Let me know if you like it. When I do like these just talking videos, I'm going to have a pun of the day. So submit your favorite puns in the diddly down and I might pick them for my next video. Anyway, so today is going to be my monthly Lovlies and Uglies. Get it? Because chasing lovely makeup. Like 90% of what I do is puns. Anyway, so this is basically like a favorites and hated video that I'm planning to do every month instead of like my seasonal favorites and then like disappointing product videos. It's just kind of all going to be in one and like consistent. Hopefully. The number of products is obviously going to vary just depending on how many products I try out that month. Most of the stuff I've been trying out just in January, but some of the stuff is from December, and then I have one product which I've actually been using since like November, but it's so amazing that I want to talk about it. Basically how this is going to work is going to be like in the style of Luv Reviews. If you don't know about her channel, I will link it down below. She's awesome. She does kind of a countdown from like, or a count up I guess, from worst to best. Because a lot of products I feel like are just somewhere in the middle. They're not like your absolute favorite, but they're not the worst thing ever either. And so it's kind of nice to have that gradient of just these are the products that I tried this month and this is where they kind of fall in association with the other products. So I have a lot of products that I really liked in January. I have 9 to talk about and about 7 of them are like super awesome, but I'm still going to kind of grade them and gradually build up. So without further ado, let's get into it. First thing I want to talk about is the CATRICE Eyebrow Stylist, and this is in the shade, Brown Eyed Peas, which I think is hilarious. Their shade names are wild, let me tell you. Even though this is at the bottom of the list, I don't think it's a bad product, it's just not my favorite. It is nice and pigmented and the undertone is really nice. It's not too warm. The thing I don't like about this, the big thing, is just that it doesn't last long at all. I notice fading even within like an hour, and that is just that's not gonna fly with me. I work like 10-hour days, so I need my shit to last on my face all day, and this just doesn't do it for me. It doesn't look terrible. Like, you can definitely make it work, especially if you kind of set it with a powder or something like that. But just for me, it's just like, no, I don't need this. I have ones that I like better that are still pretty affordable. This is pretty cheap, so, you know, if you only can spend a couple dollars on a brow pencil, you can make this work, but it's not the best. I also don't really like this spoolie. It's like really fat. It's just not my favorite. Again, you can make this work, but I would pass. I would just save your money on this. The next thing I tried in January is going to be the NYX Color Mascara. This is in the shade Mint Julep. I do like this. I think it's a really cool idea. I love color mascaras. I think it's awesome. And this is a really beautiful color. I've really only used this once. So I need to play around with it a little bit more before I really get a good idea of how it performs, but just based on the first impressions of when I tried it, it's just not the greatest mascara. Like, it doesn't do a whole lot for your lashes. However, the purpose of a color mascara is just for the color, so I didn't really expect it to be a super amazing and volumizing and make my lashes look amazing. It's just supposed to be kind of funky. I did think it looked really nice on the lower lash line. It did give me kind of lots of length there, but on the upper lashes it was just kind of like meh. But it does look really pretty. So, I don't know, it's kind of one of those things where it did what I expected it to do, but I wish it would do a little bit more. But again, just keep in mind that I've really only played around with this one time, so just take that, you know, review with a grain of salt, because I do need to put more time into playing around with this. It's just I don't really have a whole lot of opportunity to wear blue mascara, so hopefully I'll play around with it more, use it on the lower lash line, so. Yeah, let's move on. Next up is the e.l.f. Beauty Shield Antioxidant Enriched Skin Protection Vitamin C Pollution Prevention Serum. That is a name. This is really nice. So my skin loves vitamin C. It really helps with my redness. It tones it down a lot. So this is a really nice serum if you're just looking for vitamin C. Typically what I would use is something with hyaluronic acid and vitamin C, because the hyaluronic acid also helps to tone down that redness, and it also makes your skin really, really soft. This, I don't really notice much of a difference in texture. However, I do notice a difference in tone, and it does feel hydrating. It's just not, I don't notice a huge difference with this product specifically. So I kind of prefer ones that do both. However, those tend to be a little bit more expensive, and this is a really great, more affordable alternative. This is $10, which is still kind of up there for e.l.f. prices, but it's definitely better than spending $40 on a vitamin C and hyaluronic acid serum, and something that you probably get less product in too. I really like the packaging. It's this beautiful kind of iridescent bottle, and then it's got this little dropper. The only thing is, like, the dropper does not pick up much product, which I guess is kind of a good thing, because then you can't like overdo it. But see, like, that's as far as it goes up to, which is fine because that's all we really need. But I do think the packaging is really pretty. The only reason why this is so low on the list is because I think there are better products like this out there. However, I don't think there's a lot of products out there like this for the price. So I do still really like it. It's been a great alternative for me. And it's been fun kind of testing out e.l.f. skincare. So I do like it. I don't know if I'll be repurchasing it, but I do think it's a good product. Next up is the CATRICE Long-Lasting Brow Definer. And this is like a little brush tip. This is really, really nice for getting those like fine hair strokes in the front of your brows. It's really precise. And I also use this to kind of touch up the end of the brow sometimes. The only thing I don't like about this is that you have to kind of store it correctly. But that's just the nature of the product. With a brush tip eyeliner, you want it to go on super, super opaque and super black, or whatever color it is. But with a brow pencil, I personally don't necessarily want its full opaqueness. So I was storing it down like I would an eyeliner so that all the product seeps into the brush tip, which is really, really nice for a eyeliner, and that's why I store them that way. But for this, I felt like it was too much when I stored it like that. It took away that natural look when I stored it like this, because just too much product came out at once. So I definitely recommend storing this on its side, and that I find gives me the right amount of pigmentation. Still have the other brow pencil swatch there, but you see, like, you can barely see it on camera, and definitely that's not the kind of pigmentation that you'd want from an eyeliner. But for a brow product, it actually works really well, and it's really nice for those little front hairs. I don't know, I'm pretty sure they only have a couple shades in this, so I think if you have really dark brows, this might not work for you. But I do really enjoy it. I think it's a good product, but it's just, you kind of have to store it correctly, and I think the shade range is somewhat limited. Moving on. Next is the Pixi Glow Tonic. This is a really popular product. It's a chemical exfoliator, which I have never used before, so it's been kind of an interesting journey, but I've really been liking it. I do think it affects the texture of my skin a lot. It makes it a lot softer, smoother. I can tell that it's exfoliating it. My only problem with this is the first couple of weeks I used it, I loved it. I had no problems. I felt like it was really detoxing my skin. But then after a couple of weeks, I noticed some irritation on my face. So I stopped using this for a few days and it went away. So I think that is what did it. So I think on my sensitive skin, it's best for me to use it kind of every other day. I really don't know that much about skincare. This is just speaking from my personal experience. But now I'm kind of using it every other day or every 2 days, and that's been working a lot better. I'm still getting the benefits from it, but it's not irritating my skin. So I do think this is a really good product. I think it's definitely worth trying out, but just keep that in mind if you have really sensitive skin. Okay, next is another CATRICE brow product. I brought like 3 brow products. If you watched my try on haul, you watched me do first impressions of all these, and this is kind of a, you know, like a update, like an update. That's the word I'm looking for. Okay, so this is the Catrice Cosmetics Eyebrow Filler Perfecting and Shaping Gel. This is a tinted brow gel, and this is in the shade, I have no idea. Oh well, we're just gonna move on. I don't know how many shades they have of this. Again, I think it's pretty limited. However, the product itself is really, really nice. I find this does a fantastic job of making my brow hairs look fuller. So in the mornings, this is so nice to just throw on and then put like a little bit of brow pencil in where the gaps are. That's just kind of what I did today. And then I'll put like a more strong hold brow gel on top, and my brows look good just for an everyday natural brow. I think if you already have pretty full brows, you can just throw this on and go and it look amazing. The only thing I don't love about this is the hold is not fantastic. It maintains the pigment all day, so it's long lasting in that sense. However, it doesn't keep my hairs like straight up all day, which is what I want from a brow gel. So I'll typically use this in conjunction with my e.l.f. clear brow gel. And that has a really, really strong hold, so that keeps them in place all day, and this adds kind of the pigment and the fullness to it. So I kind of wish that it did both because it's an extra step in my brow routine, but I think it's definitely worth it, and I do really enjoy this product. Next is the e.l.f. Illuminating Eye Cream. e.l.f. is really stepping it up with their skincare. They have some really nice, like, bougie looking products, and they're really stepping it up. I definitely think they're worth checking out. It comes in this kind of frosted glass jar, which is really, really pretty. It almost reminds me of something from like Clinique or like Dior or something like that. And it's a eye cream. It's not that exciting to look at, but beautiful packaging. This is one of those weird skincare products that works instantly. Like, as soon as you put it on, you can tell that your under eyes are getting less puffy, it's brightening them, it's just an instant effect, which is crazy because there's not a lot of skincare products that do that. So this is fantastic under makeup. I also use it before I go to bed at night because it just hydrates the under eyes. As far as long-term effects with like dark circles, brightening, puffiness, I'm not really sure yet. I've only been using it for a month, so I think that I'll have to keep using it before I can really determine if it has long-term effects. However, short-term, it is nice and hydrating, and it looks amazing under makeup because it does really brighten that under eye area, and it's a great product. I think this is also $10, I want to say. I will have the price listed somewhere, but it's really, really worth checking out, and I'm really digging this e.l.f. skincare. I want to try more of it and see if it's all super awesome. Okay, next, my second favorite, I guess, of the month. This I got for Christmas, and it is the ARIANA GRANDE perfume. Actually, this smells amazing. It's a nice sweet scent. But it's not overpowering, and that's my favorite kind of scent. It doesn't smell like vanilla frosting. It just has a nice, like, I don't even know how to describe it. It's like almost fruity, but it just smells good. I'm really bad at describing fragrances. I'm really picky when it comes to perfume, and I also hate buying perfume for myself, so I don't really try out a whole lot. But so far this has been amazing. My husband got it for me for Christmas, and it's all I've been wearing. I think it mixes really well with like my natural scent or whatever. But it's a really, really nice fragrance, and it's also vegan and cruelty free, which is hard to find in a perfume, and it's awesome. I really like the packaging. It's beautiful. It's this like millennial pink and little pink tribble here. I really love this perfume. It's all I've been wearing, and I think it's definitely worth checking out. Moving on to my favorite product, and this is one that I have been using for like a couple months, but oh my gosh, I love it so much. This is the Pixi plus Aspinovard glowy powder in London Lustre. This is beautiful. I have fallen in love with this highlight. When I first got it, I honestly actually wasn't crazy about it. It kind of broke and I put it back together. I thought it was pretty. Oh, brow swatches. That's a great swatch. Like, I thought it was pretty, but it does have some like little micro, almost micro glitters in it, but they're so fine that it doesn't look like chunky glitter. But I was like, okay, yeah, it's pretty. And I put it on and I was like, yeah, it's really pretty, but the more I use it, the more I just fall in love with it. It looks so beautiful on the skin, and you can make it look really natural and really work it into the skin. What I've been loving to do is I don't have the brush up here with me, but I have kind of a fluffy flat brush by e.l.f. Lately, what I've been loving to do is just swirling that in here and just doing circular motions on the cheekbones. I learned that technique from Mariah Leonard. She's also amazing. I'll link her channel below. And that just gives a really natural, like, glossy look. That's what I did today, just to, you know, I'm wearing glasses, so maybe can you see it now? but it just gives a nice, really pretty glossy effect to the face. But then you can also really make this really punchy. So sometimes if I want a little bit more, I'll do like the circular motions, and then I'll take a more tapered brush, like this guy here. This is from Real Techniques. It's my favorite, one of my favorite highlighting brushes. And I'll just do this on the very top of the cheekbones just to give it an extra pizzazz. And it looks amazing, and it's really, really intense and bright, and I love it. What really, really impressed me about this product, why it's at the top of my favorites, it's the loveliest product, is the longevity of it. This lasts all day. And that is hard to find in a highlighter. Like, I'll put this on in the morning and then I'll come home and I'll be like, is it still popping? Yeah, it's still popping. It's fantastic. It does fade a little bit, especially when you don't put a whole lot on, when you just kind of work it in and it's a really natural look. It does fade a little bit, but it's definitely still there at the end of the day, and it doesn't look chunky or separated like some highlighters can when they fade. It fades really nicely and beautifully. And if you do this kind of more intensely, you really build it up, it's still there at the end of the day. Like, longevity is one of the most important things to me in makeup because, again, like I said, like I work 10-hour days, and then I sometimes come home and film, like today, and I really just want my products to stay on my face all day. So it's really, really nice to find something like this that I know I can trust. I've been using it every single day. Tone of it's really pretty too. It's kind of like a white gold color. If you're a little bit fairer than I am to more of a medium skin tone, they do have a couple other shades that would work nice on deeper skin tones too. But yeah, I absolutely love this product. I think the quality is amazing, and it's a pretty color, and I just love it. Alright guys, so that wraps up my monthly Lovelies and Uglies. There's really only one like ugly product, I would say, and that would be the CATRICE brow pencil. The rest of them, there's a couple products that were kind of in the middle for me, and then there was a lot of really amazing products that I tried out this month. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed this format. I hope you enjoy all the puns. Let me know your thoughts down below, and what were some of your favorite products that you tried out this month. Please like this video and subscribe if you would like to see more quality pun and makeup related content. And I will see you all again next week.